What's up everybody? In this video, I'm going to cover 4 ways that you can go about applying for a part-time job in Australia. Now this really applies to everybody, but it's especially useful if you're an international student studying in Australia. But before we get into the content, make sure you smash that subscribe button right now and let's get into the content. Now we're gonna start off with a bang. The first way, my favorite way, the way I highly recommend you go about applying for your part-time jobs is in person. That's right, I want you to print out your resume. I want you to physically walk into stores, businesses, and hand in your resume. That's what I want you to do. So like I have on the screen here, you're gonna print out your CV in hard copy. Of course, you're gonna make sure it's looking beautiful. It's a beautiful, crispy resume. Maximum 2 pages. Honestly, 1 page is even better for retail and hospitality jobs, but I want you to have it printed out. I want you to walk into stores that you like the look of, that you're interested in, businesses, and I want you to walk in, talk to the manager, talk to the owner, talk to whoever is responsible for hiring or has anything to do with the hiring process. And I want you to tell them that you're an international student, you're looking for a part-time job, and why you're interested in working at the business. Now, of course, some of these businesses might not be hiring, other ones might be hiring, and of course, you would have a better chance at getting a job at those businesses. But the reason why this strategy actually works is because it separates you from everybody else. This is the key. When you're getting a job, all you want to do in the interview process, in the resume process, is separate yourself from other people, make yourself stand out. That is how you get a job. And so by walking physically into a store with your resume, speaking to the owner, to the manager, speaking to the team, letting them know why you want that job, why you want to work for this business, you are immediately separating yourself from literally everybody else. No one does this. Not many people do this. You're going to be top 1% already, especially if you talk with some confidence, talk with some energy, a smile, a positive attitude. If you mirror the body language and the attitude of the people you're talking to, you are going to have a much better chance at landing a job than just simply applying online. So if you are really looking for a job, you need a job, you want a job in Australia, print out your resume. I want you to go walk into businesses, retail, hospitality, other businesses as well. Of course, be very upfront and honest and polite when you're visiting, because many of these businesses, especially if they're a corporate setting, won't be used to people just walking into the office. That might be a little bit strange. So make sure you speak to reception, make sure you go about it in the appropriate way, make sure you don't make anybody feel uncomfortable or strange about why you're there. But this is the best strategy to land yourself a job. Of course, it's not going to be 100%. You're not going to get every job that you apply for. But one thing is for sure, you are going to stand out amongst the crowd if you walk in with your printed resume and you speak directly to the team. I promise you're gonna stand out and you're going to increase your chances of getting a job for sure. So this one's my favorite. It takes a little bit more time. It takes a little bit more effort. Of course, you have to get off your butt and get into restaurants and bars and businesses, but it has a high success rate. So if you really want a job, this is the best way to go about it. But there are a couple of other options. So let's get into option number 2, which is online, your classic online applications. You have a number of different websites that you can apply for jobs, LinkedIn, Seek, Jora, etc. There's a number of them. There are so many jobs available here. Of course, the good thing about this option is it's quite easy. You can just do it from home, the comfort of your bedroom, online. It's all very seamless and easy, and it's the traditional route. So they have processes in place, your CV will be processed, and you'll go through the proper processing. The downfall of this method is that thousands of people are applying for like every job. So you're going to have a lot of competition. It's going to be very hard for you to stand out from the crowd. Now, of course, you can get jobs this way, and many people get jobs this way, but it's going to be more difficult for you to stand out from everybody else and stand out from the other competition and the people also applying. So for this method, it's going to be helpful if you have a stronger resume. You really need to make sure your resume is looking crispy if you're applying for jobs online, otherwise you're in trouble. But applying for jobs online is absolutely a way that you can go about getting your next part-time job. Now, the third way that you can go about applying for part-time jobs is through uni job boards. Typically, at almost every university or education facility, they have job availabilities. They have job boards that display job availabilities for businesses that are specifically looking for students for part-time work or casual work, or even work during the holiday breaks. So if your university has a student job board, go check that out. That is going to be great because you know the people that have posted the job availabilities there are looking for people just like you, looking for students. So go check out the job boards. Some universities also have them online as well, so you can go check out the jobs that are available for the students at your university. Now, the good thing about this is, like I mentioned, those positions are for students, so it's perfect for you. The downfall is that there are typically quite limited number of jobs available on the job board. So if you want one of those jobs, make sure you're checking regularly and get in quick. Get those applications in very quickly. Now, if all else fails, you've tried everything, you've walked into businesses, you've tried online, you've asked your university and the uni job boards, and you still can't find a job, as a last resort, I want you to speak to your friends, especially your friends that have jobs in a business or an industry that you would also like a part-time job. If a business has already hired another student on a part-time basis, it's likely they may have capacity to hire you too. So if all else fails, ask around, speak to your friends, see who else has a part-time job that you'd kind of be interested in, and see if there's any availability at those businesses as well. It can be difficult to land a job this way because the job is a little less certain, but like I mentioned, it's a bit of a last resort if you can't find a job any other way. So those are the 4 ways that I would go about landing a part-time job in Australia, especially for my international students. But trust me, if you're walking in with a CV, you are going to increase your chance of getting a job, especially if you're practicing your soft skills, your communication skills. I think you're going to be fantastic. I think you're going to get a lot of benefit from that methodology and that approach. If this video was useful, make sure you smash that subscribe button right now, and I will see you in the very next video.